Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Amanda Random. Today I have a book mail vlog for you guys. I got a bunch of packages in the mail. I've been kind of keeping them all together so that I can make one dedicated video and open them all up and share what I got with you guys. I do know that there's a bunch of you, there's like 3 people that I know of that sent me some book recommendations, and not only sent me recommendations but ended up sending me the books to my P.O. box. And I just want to say ahead of time, before we get into all of this goodness, that I wanted to make sure I took a moment and told all of you guys how much I appreciate you. You don't have to send me things in the mail. You don't have to do all these wonderful things for me that you do. But the fact that you do just deserves a huge thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Even just the book recommendations, or even if we're not talking about books, you guys just always go above and beyond for me. And I don't even have words. I just appreciate it so, so much. So to those who had sent me some things that you're going to see in this haul, thank you so much. With that being said, I have started this video probably 4 times now in the last couple days. And then I would stop and be like, oh, I'm getting one more package, so I'll wait. And then I'd set up the whole process, and then something would happen and people would stop by, and then I'm like, oh, I can't do this now. So I did start filming this how many times before? So the reason I'm telling you that is I have opened some packages off of, obviously not while I was recording, and we're going to start with those first because they are from one of our wonderful random family members that sent these books to me. She told me about them, and then she told me that I should keep my eyes peeled on my P.O. box. So thank you so much for these. I've never heard of these books before, but it is a trilogy, and she got me 1, 2, and 3. So I cannot wait to read these books. I'm going to kind of hold them up one by one and let you guys know what they're about. That way, if you're interested, you can definitely go and check them out too. So this is the first one. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so I don't know if you can tell on the camera with the ring light that I have set up, but when you open this book, look at how cute that is. It has like this clear inlay, so you can see right to the little ghost girl. And this is book 1. So this is Ghost Girl, Rest in Popularity by Tanya Hurley. This is such a pretty book. Like, I love this whole front cover thing. And then not only that, check this out. Look at these end papers. It's so pretty. They also have it over on the back page. And it's, oh, I don't know why this gets me so excited with books, but it has painted edges. So you're probably not going to be able to see from the glare, but this is like a silver metallic edging on the book. And I love it when books have painted edges because it just makes them, I don't know, more unique to me or something. So this is what the first book of the trilogy looks like, and it says, sometimes high school really is a matter of life or death. So the back part right here, I gotta read you some of this because it's so cute. Like, I want to jump right in and read these books like right now. So it says, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I should die before I wake, I pray the popular attend my wake. Like, how high school, how high school seriously is that? You're talking about, you know, different groups, different popularity levels, like, oh. So the back of this one says, Charlotte Usher feels practically invisible at school. And then one day, she really is. Even worse, she's dead. Yeah, poor Charlotte, she's dead. It says, all because of a guy and a gummy bear. So hold up. Wait a minute. Did you just hear what I said? Charlotte's dead because of a guy and a gummy bear. Who doesn't just want to stop everything they're doing right now and find out what the story is about? Because that got me right there. That got me. So I cannot wait to find out what this whole series, or I should say trilogy, is all about. In this satirical yet heartfelt novel, Tanya Hurley explores the invisibility we all feel at times and the length we'll go to be seen. Hello. I need to read. So this is book 1, and it's so pretty. Look at it. I'm pretty sure I have these in order now, so this should be book 2 if I'm remembering correctly. So this is Ghost Girl Homecoming by Tanya Hurley, and it's book 2. See this like little mirror with the girl, and then look what happens. You open it up, bam. This one's got the pretty purple inside. Here's the ghost girl. Also, the back has the purple in it. And again, we got these pretty metallic edges, which I love, okay? We all have our little things, and this is just one of my little things. So the back of this one says, the To Die For sequel to teen phenomenon, Ghost Girl. So the back of this one kind of tells us that Charlotte Usher, aka Ghost Girl, discovers that the afterlife isn't quite what she expected when she's forced to intern at a hotline for troubled teens. But duty calls when Hawthorne High's leading love-to-hate cheerleader and her gothic little sister suddenly find themselves in dire need. Charlotte's opportunity to help them may prove to be the risk of a lifetime for them all. So it's like, hello, book 1 sounds amazing, book 2 sounds awesome. I'm someone that loves reading. I don't care if it's young adult. I don't care. If it's a book, it has pages, let me into it. Like, obviously I have different genres that I like more than others, but I will read anything, and these seriously do look so cute. So the third one in this is Ghost Girls Lovesick. This one, okay, this one's like really, really cute. It's like she's in a little locket. Oh, look at. Okay, so cute. This one has the red end pages. And this is the last one, so it says, romance is dead. How fitting. So the back of this one says, before she can rest in peace, Charlotte Usher must return to the tragic site of her death. High school. Ew. She still has one last assignment to complete, but no one explained what happens if you fall in love with your class project. Charlotte would die again for love. But when her ticket to the afterlife means having to face the dreaded, all too familiar pains of being invisible, it may be too much for her to withstand. So, if that sounds interesting to you guys, you can find these books. If I can find them, I'm going to put them in my Amazon link below this video, and I'll try to go find all of these and tag them. So if you go to my Amazon storefront in the description, hopefully I can find these on Amazon. And there's just so many books that you guys can get your hands on. And again, thank you so much to my wonderful, amazing random who sent me all 3 of these beauties, because how pretty are these? Like, I know that these are books that I'm not going to like read and get rid of. These are going to have to go on my bookshelf because they're so freaking pretty. I just can't. So those were the first 3 things that I got in our book mail that I wanted to share. So the next book that I ordered, I stumbled upon this book, or like I like to kind of think when you go out looking for books, especially at the little free libraries, you don't pick the book kind of picks you. So I ended up grabbing this book here. So this is called Burned by Ellen Hopkins, and then I don't think I have it next to me right now, but there was also another one by Ellen Hopkins in the same little free library, and it was this little purple one that says Glass. So I was like, I don't know what order these go in for sure, but I want to get my hands on these. So I grabbed those 2. I came home and looked them up, and basically her very first book is Crank, and then there's 3, like, I don't know how to explain it. Her very first book is Crank, and then there's 2 books that follow that in that kind of trilogy. Then it goes on to her next book, which is Burned, and then there are 2, this one and I believe another one after this one in the next kind of series. And then there's another book with a couple that follow it. So I'm going to try to find these in order. Since this was kind of like her second book, even though it wasn't. That sounds so confusing. But this is a whole different story. It doesn't have to do with the first 3 in the Crank trilogy. So I figured I could read this. And for February already, you guys, I've read so many books, but I flew through this book. So I'm not going to get into a review. You're going to see that in another video coming up. But because I read that and I got into this whole Ellen Hopkins thing, like, I flew through that Burned book and I was like, I got to get them all. I got to get me some more. So the very first one she wrote is Crank, and I had to pick this one up. So this also came in one of these wonderful wrappers that I already opened. So I don't know why I got so, like, hooked into the Burned book. The way she writes her books, she writes them as if they're poetry. So there's different, let me just kind of show you. There's different ways she writes on the pages of the book. And they're in, like, poetry format, if that makes sense, I guess. And I love the way she wrote these. Oh, I just loved it. Not just the way she wrote it, but what she wrote in them. So, I did pick up Crank. And this one on the back says, "Life was good before I met the monster. Afterlife was great, at least for a little while. Christina is the perfect daughter, gifted high school junior, quiet, never any trouble. Then she meets the monster, Crank. And what begins as a wild ride turns into a struggle for her mind, her soul, and her life." So, I got this one, and I believe I have Glass, which is part of the Crank trilogy. So I did order the next one in the Crank trilogy as well, so that I can read them. And I read the one that I bought the one that follows Burned, which is Smoke. So here's Crank by Ellen Hopkins. These are so little, they're big, but it's so cute and you can read them so fast. So again, because I randomly followed those at the little library, I was like, I need these. I gotta go find the rest of them. So, as we were just talking, it's fitting that I actually grabbed something in order once that made sense. So, like I said, I read Burned by Ellen Hopkins, and I ordered the second one now to Burned, and that is Smoke, the sequel. If you look on the back, she has so many different books, and I have a feeling, you guys, I'm going to have to go, like, find all of these because I cannot wait. I'm so addicted to... Oh, now I really want to read this one. So many books. I don't know which one I'm going to read now. So, here is Smoke. This one, I'll read you kind of about what this one is. Actually, I'm not going to, because I didn't read you what Burned was really about. So, if you're interested, go find these two, as well as the Crank trilogy, because the Crank trilogy comes before these two. Sometimes book series and trilogies and whatever are so confusing to follow. Like, I always have to go online and look up, like, the author, and then I always say, like, what order do these books go in, so I know where to start, so I know what to read. But I'm super excited now that I got Smoke, and I can find out what happens. That this one kind of ends, and it leaves you at a little bit of a cliffhanger, so you're like, oh, I need to know. I need to know. Okay, so some other book mail that I got here. I got stuff all over the place. So, I think I showed this maybe in my first book vlog or when I was just talking about books. This is a little LED book light that I got from Half Price Books. It was $3.99, but I decided since I haven't technically opened it, I could still put it in here for my mail vlog, even though it didn't really come in the mail. But in case no one's seen it in my other vlog, I wanted to share it here because I've had one of these before and it worked so good. There's a 360-degree flexible like gooseneck, and I wish my camera would really like zoom in so you could see these pictures of how nice it like just comes over, clips onto the back of your book, and just illuminates what you need to see. So I did pick this one up, and I don't know if there's a specific brand for this one, but if I can find this one on Amazon, I'll also link it below if you want to check this out. And then this package came quite a while ago, actually, but I was saving it so that we could open it together because it's literally like this huge bag, right, from Amazon. This is what's in it. Yeah. So basically what I got here, if you guys can see, I don't know if I like this lighting or if it's like blurring everything out or what, but these are just the little tab stickers that I use. It's a 4 set of neon page markers, and they're just fluorescent sticky notes for page marking. That's what it comes in, this cute little package, and you got all these colors. And I talked to you guys about annotating books and how I made my color coordinated like key for what each tab means for me if I do want to annotate a book. That glare is just going to irk the crap out of me. Anyway, I digress. So I got a bunch of these. I think it said there's 2 sets of the flat index ones, so there's 280 pieces, and then there are 2 sets of the arrow index tabs, which is another 280 pieces. So I got some backup tabs for when I'm annotating, and literally that's what came in this huge bag. I just hit the camera and I have no idea. Okay, whatever. I digress. I'm not redoing this video. I have tried to redo this video like 100 times now. What you're seeing is what you're getting, because I am not going to try to do this again. So this next package, I can't even remember. Oh, good Lord. This was the one that I told you about that was kind of exciting because big brain ideas up here. You know what? We're going to save this one for last. Are you going to watch all the way to the end? It's not really even that exciting. I mean, it is, but it isn't, but it is for me. Yeah. Anyways, the next one I got is this big box. And this was also sent to me by a subscriber. So again, thank you so much for this. This was also a book that she had wrote me, I believe we talked through Instagram. And I feel really bad because sometimes I feel like I should say your guys' names. But then some of you are just like, I'd rather you not say my name, and that's fine too. But as long as you guys understand, like, that I'm so appreciative and you don't have to do this. But I think it was Instagram where we were talking. I'm pretty sure it was Instagram. And she had told me about this book, and then about a day or two later, after we had kind of talked about it, she told me to check my P.O. box, and lo and behold, I got the book. So this was a book that was definitely put on my, I was going to put it on my February's TBR list, and I think I'm going to keep it for my March TBR list, but I don't know. I have so many good books now that I just cannot wait to dive into. Like, all I do still is read. So I'm actually going to be filming a video probably right after this one of opening all these books and tell you about where I'm at so far in the month of February as far as a reading vlog goes, what I've been up to, what I've been reading. But this was one that definitely I want to read. So this is called All's Well by Mona Awad. I don't know if I said that right. I'm pretty sure it's Awad. Mona Awad. I'm pretty sure it's Awad, okay? Either or, one of those have to be correct. So this is a wild, exhilarating, and so fresh it'll take your breath away book. And oh, it's pretty. I love this. Do you see this? It's pretty much, these are all pills. And the funny thing is, like, you can feel them. It's like they're, I don't know if you can see it, but they're all like kind of raised, like it's embellished or whatever you would call it. So this looks really, really, oh, it's so pretty. I got to see what the inside looks like. if I can get it up that high and show you guys. You know I like to take the covers off. So it's pretty dark blue with like a black, almost dark blue binding, and it's got pretty silver writing. So, how do I explain this book? I don't know if you guys like me to read you the backs or read you the inside so you kind of get a gist of it. I don't know if you just want to go look them up yourself, but I kind of feel like at least giving you an idea about it would help. So I won't read you the whole inside cover, but I do want to read you just a part of it so you kind of have like an idea of what the book is about. And just these first couple lines suck you in. At least they do me, and it makes me want to know more. So can't wait to read this one as well. So it says, Miranda Fitch's life is a waking nightmare. The accident that ended her acting career left her with excruciating chronic pain, a failed marriage, and a deepening dependence on painkillers. And now she's on the verge of losing her job as a college theater director. Determined to put on a Shakespeare's All Well That Ends Well play, the play that promised and cost her everything. So there's so much more to this book, but you have to go check it out. I will tag this one again in my Amazon link below. Yeah. There's so much more to this book because it has to deal with her dealing with kind of all those different issues. And she's like a theater director and she's putting on a Shakespearean play. And there's all kind of like a mysterious benefactor that shows up in her life and he knows about her past. And it gets really good. So if you're interested, go check it out. It's called All's Well by Mona Awad. We're going to go with that. And once again, thank you so much for sending me this book. You guys are just so sweet and so kind. I just love you guys so much. So, I'm pretty sure we are down to the last package. I think everything else is empty now. So, I want to show you this because, like I said, this one I'm excited about because big brain ideas, like I said. So, if you're new to my channel, let me open this quick. Okay, we got it. So if you're new to my channel, something that I really, really love doing is journal. I do a daily journal, which is called a full Benici. At least that's what I call it. And I love journaling. It's just something that's a part of my everyday life. It's something I love to do. This was the first year that I actually used my Goodreads account. And I went all the way back to last year, like I'd kind of said previously, and entered some of the books that I remember reading from last year. And now I'm keeping track of the books that I'm reading this year. I set my reading goal for 50 books for the year 2022. And I have a wonderful feeling that I'm going to definitely meet that goal and then some, considering I think I'm on like 20. And then today is, I think, the February 10th. So that might be, I might have to jack that reading goal up, or I'll hopefully just surpass it. But the reason I'm bringing all of this up is I love journaling, and I love also keeping track of my books that I'm reading. I like to rate them. I like to just know that I read them, so I have something that shows me what I was doing. And like I said, now I have my online Goodreads account, but because I love journaling and having something right in front of me, this huge, wonderful idea, it's not like it's my idea. Hundreds and thousands of people do this, but I decided that I was going to get this dotted journal. It is a Cleverfox dotted journal, and I believe I've worked with Cleverfox in the past where they had given me one of their planners to use and try out and review for them, and I loved it. It was really awesome. So I kind of remembered that, and I was like, I want another Cleverfox, but I want it to be the dotted journal because the pages of these are amazing. Like, they're amazing. And if you guys look at all the little designs in the front of this cover. Like, can you see these? Oh, this glare is going to drive me crazy. I have to figure out how to use this ring light, I guess, appropriately. But I love this color, and it's super cute. it has all of these just really awesome designs that just screamed my name, and it is a dotted journal. So what I want to do is keep basically a reading log or a reading journal. I want to make kind of monthly spreads where I put, you know, my TBR list, and I've had someone already ask me what the heck is a TBR list. And your TBR list is just books to read or books that you want to read. They're on your to be read list is I guess how I would explain it. So sometimes I kind of keep track of like, okay, so you want to read this one, this one, this one, and this one for sure this month. And it'd be really cool to just write that stuff down. And I could also, I don't want to go like too in depth and, you know, start doing all kinds of crazy drawings and things like that. But you never know with me. Sometimes that just happens. But I thought it would be really cool to do monthly spreads and just either keep it to just however I'm feeling. If it's going to be a simple monthly spread with like my TBR list, and I also want to keep track of, because I'm pushing myself to hopefully listen to some more audiobooks this year, so I thought it would be really cool to keep like a monthly spread of the days, and I could color it like blue if I read a physical book that day, or I could color it purple or whatever color I want to color it if I listen to an audiobook that day. So that would be something fun, at least in my opinion, to keep track of. Like, were you reading physical books? Were you listening to audiobooks? Did you read, you know, an ebook online? So that would be something that you could also track. And then I thought about using my Canon Ivy little journaling like mini printer, and then I thought that I could print out maybe the covers of the books, so at the end of the month I could put all of the little pictures of the books that I read. I could put, you know, what I rated them as far as up to the 5 stars or not, and I just have so many cute ideas in my head. I could make a page of, you know, I could put my goal page in here for this year, and then each month I can check books off of my TBR list if I actually read them. I can keep track of how many books I did read, just so many different ideas. So now that this is finally here and I'm already into February, I am going to go back and I'll probably do January off camera, but I want to just sit down and kind of do a couple pages in here. I have everything written down so that I could put it in this journal when it finally got here. So I think I might do like all of January's and maybe my first couple pages that I'm thinking I want to put in here for February. And then we could do a flip of this, and this would also be something fun in these reading vlogs that I could do. So you could even watch, like, I guess me journal in my reading book if you want to. So I just thought that would be really, really cool to do. And that way, not only do I go online or on my phone and I can see what I read, I always have a little physical book that I can keep with my library or whatever, so I can go back and look at my little creative pages and what I read each month. And I don't know, I just think that would be fun because that's the weirdo, like, nerd journaler in me coming out. So, that was the last thing I have to show you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for everyone that sent me books. I know there's some more coming, actually, so I'm going to keep them for book videos, kind of like just like this, where I do maybe some either book hauls or mail hauls or just things like that to share with you, so I can keep these videos maybe not, you know, hour long or more. So again, thank you to everyone that's deciding to like just stick around and hang out with my big book nerd self and let me talk about books and show you new books and things like that. So that was like a mouthful. That was a mouthful. Well, that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you all once again for hanging out with me, for watching this. If you're new to the channel and you want to join our crazy random little loving family, make sure you do so at the end of this video. You'll see a little icon up in one of these corners of my face. And if you click it, it'll help you to subscribe. And if you don't want to miss the notifications, make sure you ring the bell. And let me know in the comments below. Let me know anything. I love reading them. Let me know if there's a new book that you're going to go after. Let me know if you like the journaling idea. And if you feel like it, like I said, drop me some comments below. I love to read them. As always, you guys, stay random. Mwah. Bye.